Hey Reddit and YouTube, this is Clowning here once again with another video tutorial on how to build lather. This time I've gotten a request from bigbossodin. He's asked me to use the Hagen Luxury Kit to build a lather. So what I have here is the Hagen Apothecary mug loaded with the Hagen Luxury Soap and the Hagen Badger Brush. What I'm going to be doing is keeping the soap in the apothecary mug and actually building the lather in a separate bowl. My trusty pet dish, which I love. But it makes it easier just because if you keep the actual soap separate, you're not adding soap while you're building the lather. So just load the soap separately and then build it separately. What you want to do first is soak the brush. You don't need to soak it for very long. And flick out the excess water. And got some in my eye. And what you could do is kind of get the soap puck a little wet and start loading your brush. Want to make sure you get a pretty good amount of soap in the bristles and the hair. That way you have plenty to work with, and you don't come out with a lather that is either too wet, or if you don't get enough soap, or if you get too much soap and not enough water, it'll be too dry. There we go. And once I have it loaded with a pretty good amount of soap, right now I have a decent amount, set that off to the side. You can get your lathering bowl. And I really do recommend doing this separately, especially in a larger bowl like this. You get a lot more surface area to mix up the brush. In the apothecary mug, it's a little bit difficult just because it's a very tiny base in there. So right here, it's pretty large. And you can go ahead and get started. And I do anticipate this being fairly quick because I did load it up pretty well. You can see how much room I have to mix around in here. I really do like these pet dishes just because they're durable, stainless steel. I haven't had it rust on me and I've had it since February or so. If I drop it, nothing will break. I'm a pretty clumsy guy, and so that's always a possibility. Just being honest. And right now, we have the good beginnings of a lather. And what you can do is just flick a little bit more water in there. One of the Reddit users did mention that you could dip the tips of the brush into the water to add water. But I really like adding the flicks method, just because when you're dipping the brush, you don't know how much water you're adding. This way you know exactly how much you're putting in there. It's fairly accurate, especially for beginners. I'm going to go back and forth here. Something you can do in the apothecary mug is do this, which I really like doing. I don't know why. Kind of feels like a paddle. There we go. Add very little. We may not get the peaks this time, but you'll still get an awesome lather. But we will see. If you don't have a pet dish, grab a cereal bowl. Really, you can grab anything, and it'll work out just as well. Here we go. We are starting to get some pretty good lather. And what we have here, let me rub it against my arm so you can see what I'm working with, is awesome lather. So there you have it. Really easy to build lather with this. I have hard water, so it's difficult for me, but if you have soft water or you live in a town, I'm just going to keep doing this. Look at that. Alright, my whole arm. Alright. Anyways, practice is the best way to learn how to build lather. Especially with the harder soaps compared to the creams. But keep going at it. Let me know if you have any more questions. I will be taking more requests, so let me know if you have a specific video that you can't find online I will try to do my best to make a video for you. Alright, best of luck everyone out there and enjoy wet shaving.